Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna show you guys how I apply my acrylic, and I actually don't follow any method such as 1-ball method or 3-ball method. I just do whatever works best for me in the moment, but you guys will see in a bit how I apply my acrylic, so stay tuned if you want to see that. And I'm gonna use two different powders today. I'm gonna use this multi-balance pink from Mia Secret, which is just like clear, and then cover pink by Mia Secret. If you are wanting to get a pink acrylic, then I recommend going for a cover pink or cover rose, because when I started off I thought the pink by Mia Secret was just like pink, but it is just like clear. You also just saw me showing you guys the monomer and dependish that I'm using, and this is the brush that I use. I use a size 12 Kolinsky brush. If you're just starting off, maybe go for a smaller size, but this is the size that I prefer, and I'm going to be linking all of the products down below as well. And then I've also gotten some questions about how to not get monomer on your towels, and I just do a lot of layers of paper towels, and then I change them every time they get wet or like a lot of acrylic on them. And if there's less, I put more paper towels on top, if that makes sense, but you'll see me changing them also. So that is to prevent to get monomer on top of your towels. And as you can see, I'm doing this on a trainer hand, but if you do this on a real person, so on a client or yourself, do make sure to really prep your nail beds good before putting on any acrylic. So file off the natural shine from your nails with a sanding band. I dehydrate the nails with rubbing alcohol, and then I use primer. So those steps are necessary to prevent lifting before putting on acrylic. So now we're getting to the actual part of applying the acrylic. When you're dipping your brush into the monomer, you really want to press down the brush to get rid of any bubbles, so you can see the bubbles in the acrylic later on. And then you see how I wipe off the brush on the sides, and when I first start, I just wipe it off on a towel first, and then I dip it in again to get rid of the bubbles. I do this every time and wipe it off on the sides like this, and then I go ahead and wipe it through my powder. And then when I pick up the bead, I just let it sit on top of the brush just for a while, and then if I feel like it is too wet, I bleed it out on a towel like this. So just dab it on that paper towel. And this bead was actually too dry, so if you feel like it is too dry, you can just dip it back into the monomer like this. But I really didn't like how this bead was looking, so I just took it off again, and this can happen. So as you can see, I still don't have the right ratio of liquid powder ratio. So here you can see me, the brush is a little bit wetter, and I'm just placing it a little bit below the cuticle area, and then I push it up into the cuticle area, but don't flood the cuticles. If it goes over the cuticles, really wipe off the acrylic that goes on top of the cuticles or the skin, because that causes the most lifting, and you really want to keep that like 1 or 2 millimeters of nail there, because yeah, just to prevent the lifting. And then you can see me dragging down the acrylic really slowly. I'm not really wiping it too much, but patting it on the sides and then dragging it down and wiping it. Also, always keep in mind to wipe your brush on top of the paper towel to get rid of the acrylic that's still stuck in there, so it doesn't go into your monomer. And then I pick up another bead and I place it just below the acrylic that I just placed on the nail, and I blend it up to the top again, and then just as I did with the other bead, I pat it to come down. And also always remember to point your client's finger or your finger down, so gravity can pull that acrylic down a little bit. to make it easier for yourself. And just like that, I just keep patting it on the sides to maintain that shape. And then when you see me go to the top, I pat it at the front as well, just like that. And yes. And another thing that I do when I apply my acrylic, I look at my nail from all angles, so from the side as well. And then I see some a little bump that goes inward, so I want to apply some more acrylic over there, so it will make it easier for myself when I file later on. So you can see me place another bead right there, and then I'm gonna place another one a little bit on top of that to make an apex so the nails don't break. So I'm gonna show you guys the exact same thing again on the ring finger. So again, dip in your brush, press it on the ground of the tapping dish to get out those bubbles. Wipe it on the sides, dip it into your powder, and then place it a little bit underneath of the cuticle area, and then slowly push it up into the cuticle area, and then slowly drag it down with the belly of the brush. And this nail was actually not placed good in its area, so I had to fix that real quick. Another thing that I like to do is when you see the acrylic starting to stick to your brush, make sure to wipe it right away on your paper towel, and then I dip my brush a little bit into the monomer again just to make it a little wet so it doesn't start clumping up in the brush. So now I'm gonna show you guys the same exact thing but with the cover pink acrylic, so you can see how it looks like with pigmented acrylic. Maybe it is more easier to see with a pigmented acrylic. So again, I pick up my bead and I place it just a little below the cuticle area, and I push it up into that cuticle area. And this is actually a step that I do all the time when I apply acrylic around the cuticle area. So then I just pat it a little bit and drag it down. Also, this is all original speed, so I didn't speed this up at all or slow it down, because I just want you guys to see how fast I work. I don't work fast at all. I really take my time with doing my nails, just to really perfect everything, and you don't have to feel like you have to rush anything at all. Trust me, because I always thought that when I just started doing nails, I thought I have to be done as fast as possible, but better results are more important than working faster, so just keep that in mind. So now that I'm done applying all of my acrylic, I go ahead and throw away all of the dirty paper towels, and I clean my brush with a brush cleaner and some acetone. And I know acetone is bad for your brush, but it goes quicker, and I just mix those two. And I just let it sit in the container like this for a while, and then I wipe it on the paper towels to get rid of the acrylic that got stuck in there. And if you clean your brush right after the acrylic application, or you set it in there after applying and then you file, it is better than letting your brush sit overnight with acrylic, because it's gonna get really hard, and it's gonna be harder to get rid of the acrylic that got stuck in there. So that is also another tip for you guys. So this was actually already it for me showing you guys how I apply acrylic, and thank you guys so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to post every week. And like the video if this helped you. If you like the video, of course, comment down below what else you would like to see me do. I was thinking about doing like maybe a Q&A or something like that, because I've never like really introduced myself to you guys, and maybe you would like to get to know me a little bit better, but I don't know, maybe you're not interested at all. So let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.